Hi, welcome back to Real Auto Reports. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and today we are with the 2012 Prius V. This is the Toyota hybrid that is more like a wagon, but still gives you that hybrid MPG you might be looking for. So more room, and we're going to check it out with this real first impressions video report. So join us. The front of the 2012 Toyota Prius V is very similar to its smaller cousin, the original hybrid from Toyota, the Prius. Fans have really come to like the Prius, and we found that there are a few differences between this larger wagon-like cousin, especially in the looks department. You'll notice that the Toyota badge is separated from the grille in the Prius V, whereas in the regular Prius, the badge and the grille are brought together. There are also some proportion differences in the way that the front end is laid out, and you'll also notice that the nose, or the fascia front of the Prius V, has a different brake line from its smaller cousin, the Prius. You'll also notice that from the front, that you can see the panoramic plastic roof, which is interesting because you can see out of it and it lets light in the car, but you cannot open it. From the side, you can really see the major difference in the Prius V and its cousin, the Prius. However, the thing that is most striking about it is that this is a wagon-type format, and it does give you more carrying capacity, but it also kind of upsets the balance of the lines of the Prius. Now, we aren't going to say that the Prius is our favorite vehicle from a looks department, but this Prius V takes that to an even more minivan-ish type look, and it's just not as flattering as you might want it to be. However, fans of the Prius are going to enjoy the possibilities of carrying a lot more cargo and have more passenger comfort because the rear seats do recline. However, it still just isn't as striking as you might want it to be. However, you will get good gas mileage, which we'll talk about here in a bit. From the back, the Toyota Prius V is actually pretty well put together. We don't really like the looks of the Prius in general here at Real Auto Reports. However, for those that are a fan, we do applaud Toyota for bringing this design package together pretty well in the back. It is a good lift gate. The taillights integrate nicely into the body lines. You can see the belt line coming just above the door handles, wrap right around through the taillights. The lift height for the back cargo area is very good, especially if you're a shorter person. You won't have to reach real far up to get cargo into this car. And overall, it is a well thought out design, and Toyota is still leading the way in hybrid technology. So, great example of an extra capacity vehicle that still brings the hybrid technology to the table. Under the hood, you're going to find the 1.8 liter aluminum 4-cylinder engine that you also find in the standard Prius. It's going to put out 98 horsepower and about 105 foot-pounds of torque, and in the Prius V, you're going to see 44 miles per gallon in town or in the city, and you're going to see 40 miles per gallon out on the highway. Now, this is a pretty impressive figure because this is a larger car with a little bit of extra wind issues with the extra body work and the redesign for the wind flow on that. So we're actually pretty impressed. And the EPA estimates that the annual fuel cost of this car, when you look at driving 15,000 miles and at $3.70, that you're going to be looking at paying $1,321 annually to fill this car up and drive it around. And that's pretty impressive considering what you can pay for similarly sized vehicles that get much less gas mileage. Behind the wheel of the 2012 Toyota Prius V is kind of interesting. It is not an experience that is like many other vehicles we've driven. The shift lever is a little odd in a little interesting place, but it is typically Prius and typically Toyota. And when you get out on the road, you're going to notice that the car has good road holding manners. It has good pickup. You can put it in eco mode, which will save you a lot of fuel by regulating the amount of throttle input you're giving it. However, in power mode and in normal, you're going to really be able to get up and go off the line. And generally, it's a nice driving car that is built for city travels with a little extra cargo capacity. So that's the Real First Impressions video report on the 2012 Prius V. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and for Real Auto Reports, we hope you join us real soon for the real video review where we go in depth on this 2012 Prius V, coming up very shortly right here on Real Auto Reports.